I'm Jake Bruton, and today on the Build Show, I want to talk to you about one of the most important things that you can do to ensure your business's success. It has to do with finances, and it has to do with customer relations. Let's talk about callbacks now. Okay, so let's start by defining what a callback is. A callback is you are done with the job and something is wrong and you need to go back and fix it. That could be a warranty call, that could be not a warranty call, that could be a manufacturer's warranty call. But guess what? Even if the siding is failing, you're going to have time invested in it, even though that would fall under the manufacturer's warranty. And if nothing else, you have to determine whether or not it's your fault, your problem, or someone else's problem. And then I think of it as you have a duty to your client to make sure that they are taken care of. So callback in our industry seems to be a dirty word. It's not particularly a dirty word. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it can eat into profits, but it's also the thing that can set you apart from other builders. It's also the thing that can guarantee that you are the one that they want to call the next time, because guess what? If you have a callback and you take care of it, chances are they know that you're going to stand behind your work and they'll be more likely to want to hire you the next time they have to do something. So I want to tell you a story about a builder that I work with from time to time, not in my market. This builder builds really high-end homes. They do an incredible job, both the way they run their business and the houses that they build. They are very professional, and I actually strive to be like their business. So they're an inspiring company, and I do some work with them from time to time. The story I want to tell you is about a callback that they had. They had a client call. The hardwood flooring in the house was buckling. Throughout the main level, all of the hardwood floor was buckling. House is on a crawl space. The builder goes to check on things. The house is experiencing high levels of humidity, and that's caused the floors to swell and buckle. And they figure out that it's because a large weather event came through at the same time that the crawl space door was open. The builder had been there a few weeks earlier and taken care of a few things, maybe a month earlier. The clients have occupied the house for a while. The crawl space door got left open. Whether or not it was a client or a builder, it's hard to say. The builder went to their builder's risk policy, and the insurance company said, good news, this is not your fault, it's not your problem. He went to the floor manufacturer and said, hey, this seems like this happened really fast, this shouldn't have happened, this could be a product defect, and we want to know what you guys think about it. And the flooring company said, good news, this is not our problem or your problem. And so everybody involved, except for the builder, basically was like, well, this is a client issue. They left the door open, it's their fault. So the builder looked at him and said, here's the deal. We don't believe that we were the ones that left the crawl space door open. We should have noticed before now that it was open, if it was open for a month or more. But I can't prove to you that I didn't leave the door open. So therefore, as a business person, it does feel as if this is going to be our responsibility. And the builder took it upon themselves, after deliberation and trying to get the builder's risk policy, their insurance policy, to cover it. They took it upon themselves to be the ones to repair the issue. And so they spent tens of thousands of dollars to swap out the floor and make sure that the clients were taken care of and that they were happy. A lot of people would look at that and go, well, that was outside of the warranty. That wasn't necessarily your fault. And I think that he handled it, the builder handled it in the right way. We can't prove that it's not our fault. From a business standpoint, we probably just need to take responsibility and fix it. Now, here's the upside, if you treat your clients properly question. Them fixing that floor ensured the happiness from the clients that they had just finished building the house for. And those clients, in return, brought that builder millions of dollars worth of work. So that tens of thousands that he spent to ensure that his client was happy and do what I would argue is probably the morally correct thing, which I understand that some people split morals and business sometimes, but I don't, and he doesn't, ensured that his clients were happy, and the return on investment for that was amazing. And those clients are still happy, and they probably still send him money, or not money, clients, which obviously turns into money. So take callbacks seriously, and make sure that you are doing what you think is morally the correct thing, and most of the time that will wind up being the best thing in the first place. One of the things that we do, or a few of the things that we do with callbacks, we do a 1-month visit, a 6-month visit, and a 1-year visit after we turn over a house. That 1-month visit, sometimes it's 3 months in, it's not 1 month in, simply because we don't want to pester the clients. We don't want to be aggressive with, hey, we need in on this day. We have one right now that we're trying to schedule. It might end up being 4 months instead of the 1 month, just because they have busy lives, and we're not trying to force getting in there. We know we'll be able to take care of the problems and they'll be happy. Number 2, the standard warranty is 1 year. It's very difficult to argue for more than a 1-year warranty, simply because we don't have control over the house. I would love to say, yeah, you have a 10-year warranty. We've had clients ask to be able to pay for an extended warranty, which we've done. The problem is, I'm supposed to warranty the house. Well, you let the sprinklers hit the house for 8 months every morning for 30 minutes. That's gonna really put a damper on the performance of that house, the longevity of that house. So how do we make an argument that that's our problem then? It's a very difficult thing, because we're not in control of how it's taken care of to be the ones to stand behind it. And for now, we still land on it's a 1-year warranty. However, we also add in, we warranty stupid. So if we did something wrong, we're gonna come back and fix it no matter how long it's been. If we installed the window improperly and now the window's leaking, and we come back to look at it and we go, oh yeah, the flashing was messed up. This is our fault. This is not your fault. You're not gonna pay for this, and we're not gonna charge you anything. We're gonna take care of it and make sure that everything's correct. So the warrantying stupid indefinitely is a big thing. Now, the financial side to this is not just do good and then people do better, do good by you. The financial side to this is what we call the retainage, or a 1 or 2% fund. So every project we set, and I'm going to say 1%, we have a flux a little bit here based on need. Every project we hold 1% back. That 1% stays in a retainage fund, and that retainage stays there for 5 years, and then it becomes profit. It also allows us to have a small amount of, or a sum of money sitting around at all times, so that we can apply to everything. So I know 1% sounds like a big number sometimes when you're like, oh man, if I had to set aside, I don't have 1% profit, or whatever it is. Here's the deal. You do figure out how to have it. On a $1,500, say, like drywall repair job, that 1%'s $15. You have 15% worth of profit. Or a $35,000 bathroom, that 1% is $350. If you do 4 bathrooms, now you have enough to fix a larger tile repair. If something goes wrong on one of those 4, you're hoping that it doesn't go wrong on any, but if it does, it's not going to go wrong on all 4. So the $350 doesn't necessarily cover that one job, but it might help to cover a couple jobs once it's added with other things. Or if you think about a $750,000 house, that's what, $7,500 that you need to peel off and put in an account. Maybe that's enough, maybe it's not. It depends on your risk. And some people might say, man, $7,500 just left over at the end of the job that I can just put into account. That's really tough. Well, what is that? If it's a 12-month job, it's $625 a month of that project that you have to find to set aside in an account. Each one might not be enough to take care of its problem. So like if the floor goes bad at that $750,000 job, the $7,500 isn't enough to fix it. But if you have 4 houses and only have one thing go wrong, that's where the money comes into play. And if you think about it, after time, you have an account that has a decent sum of money in it, that is a cushion, that if you had to, could be an emergency fund to cover payroll, could be an emergency fund to pay bills, it could be an investment account at some point. It's worth it. If your company does $1 million worth of business a year for 5 years, now you've saved 50 grand. I know it doesn't sound like a ton, but every bit helps. Next year it's a 2%, and then you've saved 100 grand in that 5-year period. That's worth it to me, so that you can have a little bit of financial stability, so that you can have a business model that isn't a hand-to-mouth business, so that you can be financially responsible, and then you have the ability to do such a thing as repair that floor when it's questionable whether or not it's your fault. I know that some people might not agree with this. Holding back the retainage for jobs can be tough in small businesses, but financial responsibility is like the best thing to make your business succeed, and the next best thing is customer service. Because if you can't pay your bills, it doesn't matter if you have great customer service. So think about getting the financials in order first. I don't know what else to say other than it's a challenge and you got to plan for it, and this is a long game, and if you want to be in business for the long term, you got to be thinking about things like this. Till next time, don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter on the website. That way you get 2 emails a week letting you know about all the content that's going up. Don't forget to follow me and Steve Basic and Peter Yost on the Unbuild It podcast. And then don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. I'm really looking forward to some of the content that we have coming up, so you really should stay tuned. Also, don't forget to check out, we published the Build Show Build, which is a 12-part series Steve Basic and I did on the Hilltop Aarow house. On Instagram, it's hashtag Hilltop Aarow. There's an incredible amount of information there. It's in-depth, and it is a really fun process and a really fun build to be involved with. So, till next time, thanks for watching.